What's going on, people? Welcome to Never a Foul. Today we are joined by some luxury people. One from Tottenham, one from Arsenal, one from Liverpool. And yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. I'm joined by my co-host Daps, who's in the building. Yeah, you didn't like that one, did you?
Didn't like what?
No, nothing. Anyways, we're gonna keep moving on. Feel like we're a bit of a duo in it, red and blue.
You right, mate? You good? You good?
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to talk about City later on because obviously you probably don't want to talk about that one.
I don't mind, bro. We still got a point. It's better than you get most weeks, so it's fine, bro.
Yeah, we got Mr. Arteta himself in the north side of London. What are you saying? How are you?
Don't know about that one. Get him out. But yeah, I'm good, man. Just hanging.
I was going to say, Arteta might have been the Tottenham fan, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And also joined today is your very own Tottenham on tour, Levy in. Remember that one, Brian? Can we get a little clap for Brian for Levy in?
Arteta in, Levy out. You got that completely wrong. Trust the process down at the filth. Trust the process.
Yeah,
Levy most definitely out.
Look, I've been trusting the process at Man United for the last 10 years. Look where that's got me. Nowhere. Anyways. And obviously, Mr. Successful himself with the FA Cup. You know what? All respect you. Obviously, the Don Hussam himself. Obviously, his miniature trophy. Yeah. Whatever.
This is a trophy, Kas. Just reminding you.
Yeah.
5 years.
You know what? You know what? Yeah.
Champions, baby. Let's go.
Today, I'm trying to come on a more respectful rather than a bantering thing. So you know what? Well done, Liverpool, for winning the FA Cup. Because you know what? Before we get started anywhere. I just want to mention one thing. His name's SW6 Lions. Yeah, search him up on Twitter. He's got a good channel, to be fair, but he bottled it. He's meant to come today. He's meant to catch some smoke, and obviously didn't want the Don Hussam smoke. So there we go.
He saw Hussam was on and was like not on it.
Yeah, he just thought forget that. Obviously, if you have just joined us, hit the bloody like, as Hussam has said earlier. Got 2 ties talk, smashing the like button. Keep doing that. Big up Mohammed, who's in the building. First time here. Looks like he's come from you then, Hussam. Is that one of your followers by any chance?
Yes, LFC, so big up Mohammed, man. Big up.
And your very own Cole Rossi. And oh my God, Jaminho's here.
Well, we've got both our mods in the building. Wow.
Okay. Jaminho, the die-hard Arsenal fan. You know, by the way, he's Arteta in.
No, they're not. They're all Arteta out. They're Leeds boys.
No. Today they're Arteta in. No, be trusting the process. They're getting them top 4. Or maybe not. Trusting the process. But you know what? First of all, obviously, welcome everyone, and obviously, end of the day, big up anyone in the comments. Make sure you get your comments for anybody. Brian's here, repping Tottenham. You got Northside for obviously Arsenal. Clearly to see his green screen is absolutely immense, and then obviously Don Hussam. One day he'll upgrade from that blue background. You know, you might as well say he's a City fan, don't you think, Debs?
First of all, this is not blue. You're colorblind. This is green, actually.
No. Today that's blue. And but anyways, let's just get on to the FA Cup final. Well, I thought, even if it was a 0-0, I thought it was a great game. It was a battle of, you could say, 30 minutes and 60 minutes. Liverpool, Chelsea. I thought Liverpool were going to absolutely kill Chelsea in the first 30 minutes until Mo Salah got replaced. I think on the 27th minute for Diogo Jota, then rang Chelsea back into the game. What was your emotions when Mo Salah came off the pitch? Do you reckon it was a tactical sub, or was he actually injured?
Kas. I respect what you're doing and everything, but we're not going to start by talking about an injury. That's not how we're going to start the Liverpool topic.
Yes, we are.
I just want to say, Kas, can I speak? Or you just want to be the host?
No, Dogan, go ahead. The show's yours. It's all about you today.
It's not about me. I just want to, I want to shed the light on the positive stuff first. So, first of all, big up Never a Foul. Everyone watching right now or on the replay, please make sure you slap the like button, subscribe as well. You get me? Never Foul is back, baby. That's number 1. Number 2, Liverpool now are the most successful club in England. 50 major trophies, 5 ahead of Manchester United. 27 years work Fergie done, of course, ruined by Klopp in 6 years. So big up. Second of all, what makes this 10 times more special is the fact that we beat Chelsea because their fans are... Listen, I hate Man United. I hate a lot of clubs. I hate a lot of people. But the most obnoxious fan base on earth is hands down Chelsea, regardless of rivalry. The most obnoxious. The most obnoxious fan base, main character syndrome. Started the season talking about, Tuchel legacy, Klopp legacy, this. So we've done it twice against them. It's funny, the Chelsea fans were talking about penalties. Like, fam, your first ever Champions League you won in penalties. So, if we want to go down that alley, let's all go to Italy and tell them that 2006 World Cup doesn't count because it's penalties. I think we were the better team. We just didn't take our chances. Luis Diaz could have easily scored 4 goals. Like, he was mad. Like, it was literally like an inch wide every single time.
Very good, man. Very fucking good.
Yeah, I think the ball. It just comes a point in time in games. We are all here football people. We've watched plenty of football. It comes a point in time where you just understand that the football is just refusing to go in the back of the net. It just happens. It just happens sometimes. The ball is saying, no, I'm not going to go in the back of the net. And this is where we are. So it had to go to extra time. It had to go to penalties. And listen, we had the mental fortitude, even though we were shooting down the Chelsea end to win it. A big up to Alisson as well, saving the Mount penalty.
Oh, he was immense that game. Not even just Alisson. I thought Mendy was serious as well that game. I thought both keepers were. whoever won the penalty shootout, I thought was going to be man of the match. Did any of you guys catch the FA Cup final? Because I know Arsenal fans like to claim that quite a lot because I think they won it the most times. But yeah, did you lot catch it? North side.
Yeah, I had to say, both the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup final were probably 2 of the most entertaining 0-0s you could ever wish to see. I think Mendy in the Carabao Cup was simply just outstanding. I think Alisson shaped it a little bit in this game. But yeah, I being a Spurs fan, and I'm sure the Arsenal fan as well, but we both hate Chelsea with an absolute passion. And I've always had I'm not a big Liverpool fan, but I used to be obsessed younger with Robbie Fowler. Absolutely obsessed with that man. So yeah, I watched
too much, I hope.
No, I watched the second half and the extra time and penalties. It was just another cracking game and great advert for football, weren't it?
Yeah, I agree. What did you think on the game, Northside? Who do you think was in the 90 minutes of the football? Who do you reckon was looking more likely to win, Chelsea or Liverpool?
Northside, just before you go, there's 4 words you have to start with. Thank you, Liverpool FC. I just want you to start with them as an Arsenal fan, and you know exactly why you need to thank us. Just saying.
Once again, I supported Liverpool in the Champions League final against Spurs, and I supported Liverpool up against Chelsea because they're my rivals, and I'd rather see Liverpool lift up the trophy. So once again, thank you for doing your job, my guy. Second of all, I said it coming into the match. The only way Chelsea are even going to get a sniff is if they stay compact and then try to hit on the counter. And some Chelsea fans were coming at me because they did a watch along on my channel. And I was like, bro, it's not because I'm mugging off your team. It's just nobody can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool and Man City unless when they're playing each other. Like, you just got to hit them on the counter. Like, the match before when Liverpool played Spurs nullified them because I knew if you don't give Salah and Mane any space, most of the time they're not going to be that effective. For me, Salah wasn't really very effective. If you make sure there's no space in behind the centre backs, they're going to have a hard job. For me, Diaz was outstanding. Trent was providing just spamming crosses non-stop. It was excellent. Like, they were literally and Chelsea, I think Chelsea was still, they weren't playing a high line, but Diaz was still finding space in behind. And Reece James and Chalobah, they couldn't deal with him. They couldn't deal with Diaz, man. They could not.
Yeah, I agree. First 35 minutes. I thought Reece James came alive, though. He brought it back in. He came quite monumental in growing after. It was all, for me, Reece James grew into the game when actually Salah came off. Diaz had to probably, I don't know, it changed everything, the whole dynamic.
I think it was the team talk.
I don't know, because you know what? Chelsea were just all over them, pressing, chances, just forced them into like literally the back 5. And for me personally, I just thought Mo Salah came off and the whole dynamic changed when Diogo Jota was obviously on the right, and meaning I just saw Diaz maybe push back just a little bit further, had to do a bit more defending. You saw him fouling on the edge of the box. Like, Reece James really gave him a hard time as much as he gave him a hard time. But Diaz is outstanding.
Like, Liverpool was still finding space behind the centre backs and the full backs. Imagine if Chelsea actually tried to go toe to toe. You can't go toe to toe with these guys, and it was still getting in behind. Even Mane had a couple of chances. Alonso should hang his head in shame. He had like 3 opportunities. Hitting the crossbar.
I know that, but let's not discredit Alisson in any way, shape, or form. He saved a couple of those chances tremendously, and that, you know what, that just cemented his #1 best goalkeeper out of anyone in the Premier League right now. Just that little bit. Maybe that can change potentially if he has a bad game in the Champions League. But for me, he tops it. He's got everything. A goalkeeper. Edison's got everything. No, because he's been immense. He's been immense. He's been immense. But I'm just saying, out of for me, out of Edison, Mendy probably just scrapes it with Edison for me. I think Edison maybe just got a little bit, but Alisson's just set the bar for me. I just think he's an immense goalkeeper. So well played to him, in my opinion. Yeah. But I've got a couple comments that's just to bring you in here. I've got a couple saying Edison, worst goalkeeper I've ever seen, and there's another one.
Listen, right. So hold on, I get it.
One more. This is from your own fan.
That's a step too far.
He says, I don't know your name. I don't know how to say this. If anyone can say his name or anything, please say it.
Bro, I get it.
This comment here.
Yeah, right. Listen, so I've had to block a few City fans today. Firstly, apologies if my camera's weird today. I'm going to sort it in a minute. I'm going to leave and come back. I think I need to reboot. But I've been having a back and forth with a few City fans today, that are being the same spoiled new age City fans, that have like being reactionary and talking about and going, go and watch this game and picking out certain games that Edison's made mistakes in, right, and going at him. And then when I'm trying to give my opinion, they're just like not listening to my opinion and talking about his shot stopping. Now, let me be very clear, if you watch City, we all know Edison's shot stopping is not great. There's none of us that are going to come in and go, he's as good as Alisson. Do you know what? Joe Hart as a shot stopper was probably better than Edison, But the fact is, it is undeniable, until he joined our football club, we were not playing the football that we now play, right? We weren't. We were, and then they'll talk about Edison today, but they won't go. But these same fans were the ones that, when we lost to Liverpool in the semi-final, were saying we shouldn't start Zach Stefan because when he's got the ball at his feet, he's so uncomfortable that he invites the press onto him. So the thing is, we talk about, I don't want to use the obvious one, but when you talk about players and you say risk versus reward, Edison, yes, there is a risk that he's not as good as a shot stopper. But the fact is, without Edison, these last 4-5 years, City would not be playing the football and would not have won the trophies that they've won. And listen, if we can go and find a goalkeeper that can play as confidently and as comfortably with his feet as Edison, and also a shot stopper like Alisson, right? Fine. And is also available, let me be clear, because Alisson might be mentioned, and is also available, I'm all for it. But unless they're going to come with someone that can do both, I don't really want to hear it. It's just reactionary, spoilt brat City fans that have supported us for like 10 years and want everything to be FIFA perfect. It doesn't happen. So
anyway, we got a goalkeeper who can do both, to be honest.
But I also said to you, wasn't on the market, bro. So
but here's the thing. You know who's the only other guy who I think can do it? Neuer. That's it.
Yeah, but it's we're not going to buy. Sorry, can I just really quickly speak on yesterday's game? Congratulations to Liverpool. It is mad how they've played Chelsea 4 times this season, and every single time has been a draw. I think it was a good game. To be honest with you, I think that game was nothing. Firstly, I think because Liverpool are starting to look tired because they've competed in 4 trophies this season, it's going to happen, right? That game was nothing like watching City v Liverpool in the league. The quality of the football was not the same. I think
Chelsea bring it down.
Wait. Hold that. No, I know. Hold that thought. Continue. Anyone that's in here, make sure you smash the like button. But the bottle job that we thought that bottled it today is actually here. Bro. Oh, you can finish. All right, SW6.
Yeah,
we might get onto that.
How are we?
We're good, man. We're just talking about Edison, Alisson, but right now there's some.
So let me just finish, and I'm going to leave and let these guys go and reboot my machine. I think that forgot his name now. The guy that they just brought on the left was sensational. Completely forgot his name.
Costas Tsimikas. Don't ever forget that
baller, man. He's a baller, man.
Don't ever forget that.
The guy they just brought, the guy that's tearing up every game for Liverpool.
Louis Diaz.
I think Diaz. I just forgot his name. Diaz was sensational. I think I've never seen a player hit the ground running like that. I think Reece James was fucking good. Apart from that, I just think the game looked to be fair to me. It looked like both teams were tired. I think both teams were tired and like weren't going to score. The ball wasn't going to go in because they both just looked tired, man. I had to watch it with a Scouser. My brother-in-law, hold tight Alan, who was happy as hell. I was pissed off, but you know what? We weren't involved, so it's not that deep for me. So congratulations.
Why were you pissed off?
Bro, because I don't want you winning fuck all, brother. I hate your club.
You want to be our rival so bad, bro. I'm not your rival.
Sam,
our rivals are sat next
you know
to
what, bro?
right now.
Bro, listen. If City fans want Liverpool fans to be their rivals, brother, as an individual, you want me to be your rival. So it's cool, bro. It's 1-1.
Me? Nah, I'm good, man. You're my brother. You're not my rival.
We're gonna move on a little bit.
Anyway,
Daniel
I'm gonna reboot and come back in.
Daniel Neerman said Ederson is like Trent. His quality with his feet and his passing is way too important to the team. We just have to accept that he's just not the best shot stopper. And fair enough. And Trent is just not a good defender, but Trent is amazing going forward, which clearly makes up for the way Liverpool play, in my opinion. And you know what? Trent kind of had a great.
I'm gonna drop off.
We're gonna let's just get before we go on to like Tottenham, Arsenal. We're gonna talk about Chelsea a little bit. Now, we got the man himself right here. Chelsea, Mr. Chelsea FC. Right here. Give us your thoughts on the games, because I thought Chelsea were probably the better team overall, but again, Liverpool. For me,
Chelsea were the better team yesterday.
I thought Chelsea were the better team. After 35 minutes, I thought Chelsea were the better team.
100%.
And then the last 10 minutes,
sponsor never foul. Clearly he needs it.
I you know what? You're a foul in general, mate. Just get it. Just stop it right now. Just accept it. You lot were getting done out like for good.
100%. I completely agree. I completely agree with what you're saying now. I completely agree with it. The first half, Liverpool probably were the better side. After 35 minutes, we were running the game. I thought Reece James was exceptional yesterday, as he has been all season. And Liverpool have come away lucky again. They've come away lucky. It was on penalties.
Would you call it luck? Penalties is down to luck. But then again, it's
you were lucky in 2012.
Luck.
You were lucky.
Would you call mentality luck?
Luck. Look, this is the thing. Penalties is 50-50. It is 50-50. We were running the game yesterday. We showed that across all 4 games this season. We've drawn with Liverpool. Yeah, we've drawn with Liverpool. Not a lot of teams have done that. We have showed that we can combat Liverpool. And to be honest, a lot of these Liverpool fans are getting deluded now. The last couple of years, they've won a few trophies. Okay, but they're not getting to our level yet. I would say we need a few more signings, and we've come above Liverpool.
You know what's mad about everything you said? You actually didn't make one accurate statement, because we don't need to get to your level. You need to get to our level. That's where you need to get to. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, yesterday we were clearly the better team. I don't know what game you were watching. Just because
before Jürgen,
one sec. I didn't interrupt you. One sec.
One at a time.
One sec. Let me clarify. I didn't interrupt you. Let me just finish. Let me just speak from my
Yeah. Go on.
I might be wrong. I might be right. I'm usually right. But anyway.
Here we go.
We were the better team. Had the more dangerous opportunities, created more chances, had the more possession. We were literally most dominant against you in the game. When you look at City's chances, you had the 2 Pulisic chances. Bar that, they didn't really create anything dangerous. Meanwhile, Diaz himself could have scored a hat-trick just by himself. I'm not even talking about the chances for Keita, for example.
You can say the same for
chance that fell to Thiago, the header. So we were the much better team. And if you ask any neutral, 99% of them will tell you that Liverpool were the better team.
Wait. All right, let's hold you right there. You got 2 neutrals right here. I'm going to come to Brian. As the neutral fan of yesterday, Chelsea and obviously Liverpool, who did you think was the better team in the 90 minutes, not including the extra time?
In the 90 minutes?
The 90 minutes.
It's the same answer for both anyway.
Right, now, do you know what? In all honesty, I can't really give a fact, because I only came in and watched from the second half onwards. So the second half, I think it was fairly even. My channel was about to do a stream, so I had it on in the back end. I mean, Chelsea came out in the second half, all guns blazing. They were all over you in at the very, very beginning. And then obviously Robertson hit the post when he shinned it. That should have been the winner. But he shouldn't have. But if I have to say in the second half, I think Chelsea may have just shaded it, just for the way they came out. But the thing is with Liverpool is, when it comes down to it, this season, and what they've shown under Klopp, is they just get the job done. And do you know what? It doesn't matter who comes out on top or who played better. the end of the day is who scored the most goals, and Liverpool have the habit of goddamn doing it every single time recently. So I think on play, from what I saw, and like I said, I saw a majority of the second half. I can't say I was focusing the whole time, but from the start, Chelsea came out like a steam train in that second half.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I personally agree as well. All right, Northside, just coming on to that as well. I know you don't like Chelsea, but in your opinion, obviously your opinion is your opinion. Who did you think was actually in the 90 minutes, if you watched it all? Who do you feel like came out on top in the 90 minutes overall? Who would you? Yeah.
The first half. This is my opinion. The first half, Liverpool dominated that. Second half, I think it was Chelsea just edged it. I don't think they completely, rolled them over, but they just about edged it. Because in half time, I feel like he told Reece James, listen, you need to get into this game. Because in the first half, Reece James wasn't doing anything. He wasn't crossing the ball. Second half, he was spamming crosses the same as Trent. He was getting more into the game. Pulisic was getting more into the game. They started to impose themselves. That first half, Chelsea just allowed Liverpool to impose themselves. And that's why Diaz was getting all the glory and all the time, all the space. They weren't nullifying Trent, So Liverpool just edged it, but you didn't absolutely blow Chelsea out of the water. You just about do it. You just about were the better team. But you both of you didn't make the most out of your chances. Alonso, how many chances? Misses. Flipping Diaz, how many chances? Misses. Salah goes off, but Salah wasn't even playing that great. Sorry, he was not effective that game. Doesn't mean he's trash. Doesn't mean I don't rate him. But for that match, I didn't see anything from him, to be fair.
You know what? After that, I've actually got a question. After the AFCON, I don't really think Salah's looked like the same player.
Yeah.
After the AFCON Cup, I really don't think that he looks like the same player. I don't know if it's tiredness. I don't know if he's been carrying injury, but I think that could be worrying for Liverpool if he doesn't look like that same player as he had this year.
Oh, Elias coming
Nah,
with
we're
a
not worried.
beat.
We're not worried.
But
We're not worried at all. I can confirm. We have just.
I'd certainly be worried. He's been your top goal scorer this year. I'd definitely be worried. I'd definitely be worried.
We're good.
I thought Trent was immense yesterday defensively. For the first time, I can say I've literally watched Trent. Actually, you know what? It's not even that. I think he's improved defensively this year. I can't lie. He got at the first start of the half of the season, he was a bit of a stripper, but then he just came out of. I don't know what's happened, but some sort of coaching or tactical analysis, or he's maybe just matured his game a little bit and he's just getting smarter and more wise. But his defensive work yesterday was brilliant. His recovery reminded me of just how Robertson. You know how we just used to rate Robertson more on the overall, as in on the balance of play, like Reece James, who would prefer a more balanced defender. Hate to say it, Wan-Bissaka on the defensive, but that, and then obviously Trent on attacking. It used to be that argument, let's face it. But Trent yesterday, he's just proven that he's maybe getting closer to maybe more of a balanced defender, but his team is set up to attack at the end of the day. But I've got a question for you, Mr. Chelsea. This is what I thought was baffling as well. I think with Havertz, Chelsea would have won. I thought starting Lukaku was stupid. I just don't think Lukaku's ever had a good game against top six in general, and I just don't. Look, let's face it, he was stumbling everywhere. He was Bambi on ice against Van Dijk and Kanai. He was trying to use his strength. One time he could have actually scored one time, but overall I thought we had a poor game. What was your thoughts on Havertz not starting in a typical role?
Yeah, no, I agree. To be fair, I think if Havertz did start, I think it would have been a totally different game. I think we've seen that in the top six this year. I think we've seen that against a lot of big games, a lot of big clubs. We've seen Havertz do very, very well and shows quality. But yeah, for me, Lukaku just doesn't edge it. But Havertz couldn't have played yesterday. He was ill, so he wasn't even on the bench yesterday. But for me, Lukaku's just not it. I think we need to sell him in the summer. I just don't think he's it. He had the only game that really stands out to me was his game against Arsenal, and he came back.
Got Bailey.
And he done very well against Arsenal. But to be honest, he doesn't really do it for me.
Does yesterday show it's the end of Werner as well? He brought on Ruben Loftus-Cheek over Werner, which I found
he was injured. He was injured.
Was he injured?
Yeah.
I think Tuchel came out and said he had a hamstring.
You know what? Fair dues. He didn't have much option.
Yeah. No, but for me, Werner, I don't think it's the end of Werner. To be fair, I definitely don't think it's the end of Werner. Okay, he hasn't been the goal scorer that we thought he was going to be. We definitely hasn't been, but the way he creates space for other players, we saw it in the Champions League final against Man City. he pulled a defender away for Havertz to score that goal. And he does that in the games. He does that in a lot of games that he plays. And for me, okay, we need to improve maybe his physical side and his goal scoring ability. But he's still a young player and he's still an adaptable player.
Yeah, for real. Just quick to go through a few of the comments. Who's a Spurs Donny here? That is Mr. Brian himself, Mr. Tottenham, Mr. Levy out, call it what it is. He's got his own channel with a few other boys. I'm guessing Mark Swift might be a part of that. And it's called Tottenham on Tour. So do check that out if you are in general.
Swift, he isn't part of it, but he's one of the biggest supporters of every single Tottenham channel. I don't know what it is like for you other guys in your crew. Tottenham, along with the biggest one, We Are Tottenham on TV. We Are Tottenham TV. We've created like a massive little community. A massive little, that don't even make sense. A massive community where we all help each other out and everything. And yeah, Mark Swift is one of the guys that is just one on every single chat, on every single channel all the time.
Big up Mark on that one.
Big up Mark.
Got a comment here. We all got them sort of people. We all have a generic kind of people that like to come on and watch us. So big up all you guys. We wouldn't be here without you guys. At the end of the day, we want to know that our opinions are valid and that actually getting heard. Don Hussam has a lot of them on Spaces. So if you don't follow Hussam, Don Hussam 6 does Football Wars on Twitter. Absolute space goes absolutely mental, and there's no wait for your turn. It's absolutely
chaos.
It's chaos. It's the best word for it. But check his channel out. This is football. He streams when he wants, pretty much. So, according to 12-year-old with Donald toes, don't know how real that is, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is poor defensively for now, but he's 22 and he's playing against the fastest, best players in the world every year. It will prove for him. Maybe 5 years, we can't say that Alexander-Arnold is poor. You know what? In terms of fullbacks as well, yeah. He's up there. I've already gave my opinion. What's your opinion on Trent Northside?
On Trent?
Fuck it, I'll bring myself in.
See ya.
What's going on? No, I rate him, man. Listen, I rate him. Like, people want to put up this little debate about who's better, him or Reece James. Sometimes just appreciate a good player. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a great player, man. Who cares? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's great. Yes, okay, going forward, Trent is probably a little bit better than Reece James. Yes, Reece James is a bit more solid defensively. Cool, man. They're both for me elite fullbacks, and I rate them both. I'd have them at Arsenal, but what do I know? We've got Tavares that can't defend and looks like a Lisbon sprinter. So it is what it is, man. I just appreciate them from afar, innit?
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, you know what? You're right at the end of the day, because I've got a pair of fullbacks who are worse in the league. So what can I say? Literally the worst left back I've ever witnessed.
We ain't far behind. We ain't far behind in that department either.
But you got better fullbacks than us. But you know, we're going to talk about fullbacks. We're going to talk about Cedric. Let's move on to the North London derby. Cedric. There's a huge debate. Was that a foul or was that not a foul? Was Son already jumping or did he actually get pushed? You know what? Take it away, Northside. You might as well carry on. Because you look. Was it a penalty?
It was a penalty. It was a penalty. Cedric like put his elbow into his back and didn't even attempt to jump for the ball. It's a penalty. The reason we lost is because this manager's a clown. I've been saying it. He's not good enough. He's never been good enough. Just because he's sat next to Pep Guardiola doesn't mean shit. So Alex Ferguson had how many assistants? Did any of them come on to be world-class managers? No, they didn't. And what I'm here, laughing at, is Nketiah, sign him up to a new deal. What did he do in that North London derby? Nothing, because he's shit. But Arsenal fans seem to have short-term memory when they don't realise that most of these players turning up for the last 3 matches ain't good enough, innit? Oh, Xhaka, that is the defense. He's what we need in midfield. We've been missing him when he gets played at left back. This guy is shit. I shouldn't be at my shit. Yeah,
I do some. Get him on.
Martin Odegaard, the midfield spark that we needed in midfield. Oh, he's the spark. He's shit. Yeah, he's literally just a little bit better than Ceballos. The only players we get from Real Madrid are their dead wood. Then we look at Holding. He's failed under Wenger, failed under Emery, yeah, and now he's failing under this manager. Why is he even here? Why is he here? Elbow in front in the face. When did you think you're going to get away with that? Yeah, Cedric, what the hell is that? And this is what I've been saying, yeah? I remember when I was saying I wanted Conte at Arsenal. Oh, irrelevant Conte. Nobody wanted him. Cool. How is How is he coming in January, buying one player, getting another one on loan, yeah? And he's already caught up with our process of $250 million spent and the next Pep Guardiola reincarnated and all the best youngsters in the world, Martinelli, Saka, we've got the best youth players in the whole world. Yet Conte comes in, spends what? Probably at 20-30 mil and is already caught up with this flipping project and process. Bro, my club is finished, bro. Yeah, absolutely finished, bro. And I had some Arsenal fans tell me, we're just going to look at Newcastle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. After these lot were flipping, getting their magic sock off, saying this is the biggest North London derby. For what? To be third loser, bro. My club is dead, bro. My club is dead. And the fan base, the majority of the fan base are clapped because they accept this mediocrity. Get this pussy out of my club, bro. I'm done, bro.
Just to go off the back of that, so to confirm, you're saying your club is shit?
My club is shit.
Yeah? All right, Cass, how do you feel? You're below his club.
We're gonna carry on. Keep talking about Arsenal. So he feels like his club is shit. You already know my feelings on my club. I told you I'm not really trying to come on a mad banter thing today. I'm trying to come more. Okay. My club didn't even play this week, so
you can't banter. That's the problem. You actually can't.
Hey, be quiet. I didn't ask you. Thank you very much.
I'm on the stream. Unless you wanna remove me, I'm gonna speak, innit?
No, I'm only kidding with you. Yeah, it's true. You know what? You're right. I can't banter. I'm below all your clubs at the end of the day. My team, and respectfully so, we deserve to be where we are. Probably even lower, if I'm being honest.
Aren't you even seventh now? Conference League seventh?
No,
West Ham might have gone over you now. Are you sure?
Yeah. West Ham have actually went above you.
Did they?
They got a draw. They got a draw against 2-2. They were 2 points behind us.
So you have to beat Palace or else.
The West Ham have got. Who have they got next game? I think they got Aston Villa. I'm pretty sure.
No, they don't. City got Villa.
City got Villa. So who do West Ham got? Brighton away. So that would be a tough game for them, in my opinion.
Sorry, West Ham.
Scary Brighton. Come on.
I have a way. Europa League, Europa Conference League. What's the difference? It's all Europa League. You know what I mean? It's not
no. There's a difference. There's a difference between driving a Toyota and driving a 1970 car.
Brian, your club went out in that league. So I don't even.
Hold on. They took themselves out because of how shit that club that competition was.
Yeah,
so
that's
the first thing Conte did.
Exactly that. Thank you.
Conte arrived and said, I'm too fucking good for this competition. We're out, right? I bet your manager doesn't do that if you're in there next year. I bet you he still tries to win.
No, Daps, you can't say there's no difference. Listen, the Champions League is like the Ferrari. You get me? The Europa League is Toyota, still respectable a little bit. Conference League is like that 90 is a bicycle, bro. It's not even a car. Like that's the level of the Conference League. So you can't say it's the same thing because it's not. Anyway, let me just save Cass here. I just want to say one thing. North side,
you're saving him. You're pushing him off the
board. I am. Okay, listen, his club is dead already. Listen, I just want to say one thing to North side. I hear everything you're saying, but of course you're an Arsenal fan. You know much more about your club than I do. Personally, I don't think Arteta's that bad. I don't think he's that bad, and I don't think he's that great. I think he's just a decent manager. I don't think he's incredible, and I don't think he's shit. Now, if at the end of the season he gets top 4, he actually should win manager of the season, in my opinion.
No, we shouldn't.
If he gets top 4, he's the biggest overachiever in the whole league.
The reason I disagree with you is this, yeah? Most of these fans were saying, yeah, we had Deadwood when we had Mustafi, when we had, who else did we have? We had Monreal. Oh, Emery, this manager inherited a dead team, yeah? Well, with that dead team, Unai Emery got to a European final and was 1 point off of top 4, yeah? This manager comes in, spends $250 million, yeah? And this is what we've got. He doesn't trust Tavares. Tavares is shit. He doesn't trust him. He doesn't play him. Lokonga's shit. He doesn't trust him or play him. Ben White is shit. Flipping Rob Holding before the North London derby was playing better than him. How is a £50 million player that you've just bought centre-back looking better than a £1 million defender we got back under Wenger that we bought from Bolton? How is that happening? Yeah? The only one that's actually been decent is Ramsdale. So he drew us back down to 8th.
I completely disagree, man.
Obviously, this manager got us 8th. He got us out of all European football, yeah? So obviously, when you get back to 4th, it looks like a process. It looks like it's a project and a process. Well, he's only moved up 1 place more than Emery. And Emery didn't have Partey. He didn't have Pepe. He didn't have all these players. He didn't have
Well, you just told me all the signings are shit. So which one is it?
Well, you're only bringing us back. He only brought us back.
Can I ask you a genuine question? I'll genuinely ask a genuine question. Going into the season, Was there not a consensus agreement? Forget me, you, Kas, literally consensus from footballing world that the top 4 are going to be in no particular order: Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and United. Everyone said that's going to be the top 4. Am I lying, or wasn't that the consensus agreement?
That was
now.
Where you're going,
Yeah. So now the fact that Arsenal are getting 4th, people were saying at the start of the season, Leicester has a better squad than Arsenal, Aston Villa have a better squad than Arsenal. So in my opinion, if you get 4th, that's the best achievement this season.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. First of all, I'm not going to big up a manager. Hold on. I'm not going to big up a manager, yeah? That we said top 4 wasn't good enough with Arsene Wenger. Now all of a sudden, because it's Mikel Arteta, I'm going to get the parades out and it's going to be an open bus and get a cup out and start celebrating. I ain't doing that.
No, I love this dude. He may be a gooner, but I'm going to have my say. This dude speaks sense.
Second of all,
Brian, we'll be getting on to you soon, don't worry.
Second of all, yeah, it's all good saying we're top 4, yeah. I remember when Ole got second in the league with Man United. Were they the second best team in England? No, they weren't, yeah. At the end of the day, no one, when we made that prediction at the start of the season, no one expected Man United to jump off of a cliff in form. We didn't expect Tottenham to go through what they went through until Conte come in. You know what I'm saying? Leicester haven't been the team that we've been seeing in recent seasons. So let's put some context behind Arsenal getting up to 4th. The teams around us that were challenging us have been bottling it this season. Yeah. So let's put some context, because no one here is going to say, oh yeah, when Ole got Man United to 2nd, they were really the 2nd best team in England. Come on, man.
Even us United fans didn't agree either. You know, here's one comment. This comment angers me, you know, because this reminds me of United fans. I'm sorry. Everyone, obviously, you're entitled to your own opinion. The Gooner must calm down. It's Arteta's first managerial job, and to be learning on the job, sitting 5th with a game in hand is not bad. Trust the process. In my opinion, people saying Ole's first managerial proper job, big club and all that. But why is a first team a manager who's never actually managing a team like Man United in the first place when he's never had a big step? And same thing with Arteta. But you know what? In hindsight, Arteta's proven a lot of heads wrong. Like, I think he's proven me wrong personally. I think he's a decent manager, but for someone like Arsenal, I feel he's doing the best he can right now.
Is he going to challenge Ten Hag, Tuchel, Klopp, Pep? Is he going to touch and Conte? Is he going to challenge all of them? Is he going?
Because that's down to your board, bro. But that's down to your board. That's down to that is down to.
He ain't good enough, bro. It's not down to the board. Ole was shit because Ole shit as a manager.
That's perfectly fine. But listen. Right, we can go into normal world. Let's step away from football and go into normal world. Right. If you're a sick manager, if you're no, forget that. If you're good at your job, when you go for an interview, it's not you being interviewed, you're interviewing the club, right? So if Arsenal, go for a good manager, they are going to interview your club, right? Your club's board are going to fail. They're not going to get someone that's going to challenge Pep, Klopp, Tuchel. They're not, because, and this is why you've got the managers you've got, because the straight away, they will say challenge for top 4. And do you think any world-class manager wants to challenge for top 4? No. Like, and this is the thing I've said to you before, Northside. The only thing I'm not saying stick with Arteta long term or nothing. The one thing you have to accept, is he has changed your board's mentality a little bit. You're buying players that actually are trying to like join a project and do something. They're not coming here for money. They're not coming here for fashion. They're not coming. He is buying. And look, if you get top 4, he deserves a contract renewal of maybe not even a contract renewal. If you get top 4,
he's already gotten the contract.
Yeah, well, forget that. I wouldn't have done that. If he gets top 4, he deserves next season, right? If then you drop out, fine, but if he gets top 4, he deserves another season. He does. And for you to say no, he doesn't for whatever else, it's like, bro, you're not going to get anyone that's going to get you higher than top 4. While Pep, too cool, and now
he's done a lot more good than bad.
Can I answer that?
Can I pause you there quickly? You've got 24 people in here, so if you don't mind, smash the like button. It's absolutely free at Hosts Kas. It's absolutely free. It takes 2 seconds to do. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't. We're here every single Sunday, and also on Fridays, we have some what's it called? What's it called again, Daps? Your show on a Friday?
Through the
turnstiles, where you actually find match-going fans. And maybe there might not be one that don't actually go through the turnstiles. I might be doing it.
Wow, I'm not invited to that.
I don't know.
Listen, but Sam, you do more than enough shows, man. Listen, you do more than enough. I just want different opinions. Different opinions. That's all I want.
I wanted to say something to what Dap said, I don't think it's just Arteta, yeah, because your owners set the precedent as to how your club's going to be running, the ambition of the club, yeah. Obviously, Arteta didn't hire himself. What I'm saying is how mad it is that people think that I should lower my standards. I'm not going to. At the end of the day, I keep the same energy. I keep the same energy. That one. I keep the same energy with every manager. I wanted Wenger gone in the last couple of years because he was no longer able to challenge for the title.
It was your board's fault. It was your board's fault. It was your board's fault. What's changed is he's gone though. Your board hasn't changed and nothing has changed. So therefore, Wenger maybe should have stayed. Board should have fucked off because someone else might have.
Moses says no money to get an elite manager.
Bro. No.
Make sure you do this, guys.
I'm not having this. Yeah. Fans have to keep the standards up of their club. Yeah. Owners will come in and do whatever they will do if you allow it to happen. I've seen Sport in Lisbon. Yeah, and I'm not condoning this. Go to the training ground and flipping beat up the players because they're fed up of the mediocrity and they won the league the next season. I'm not telling people to do that. What I'm saying, hold the standards. Yeah, Barcelona fans are not there saying, "Oh, let's trust the process." And while you're telling me that I should trust the process, how come Conte come in and within months he's neck and neck with Arteta, and Arteta's been here 3 years and spent $250 million?
I'm not saying trust the process. I'm just saying,
when I went to the protest, out my back, I went to the protest. There was 5 people there. Because these Arsenal fans only want to mobilize and actually go to a protest when it's the Super League. And they're quick to forget about the Cronkies. I talk about the Cronkies. But as a whole, my fan base don't care about getting the owner out because that's a difficult job. So yeah, I do look at the manager.
I got called out for that. I got called out for that last week. I got called out for that last week about Kroenke out. And then they were saying about, he's actually like changed his ways and giving the manager money and all sorts. And maybe he's been seen a light and etc. etc.
And that's what I'm saying.
I need to say, I'm going to say it now. This is like what Northside is just saying. I have so much respect for, because Sam, as we've been talking, I am the biggest Daniel Levy out you'll ever find, or I'm one of. If anyone saw on Twitter the training ground protest outside Tottenham Hotspur Way during January, that was me that started it. I flew back from Toronto to London for the NFL protests. Everything you just said with the fans is the same problem we've got. It's the exact same problem we've got. Where Northside was talking about Arteta, we've got this with Levy. We accept mediocrity. Oh, we've got a nice stadium. Oh, we've got a nice training ground. It is fun. That's what they think. Oh, look at that. We've come so far. We've been in Europe 16 times out of 17. Well fucking done. We're part of the big 6. It should be a requirement. But they seem to think because we got these things and because we're back in the sugar days when things were bad and a good season for us was 14th and beat Arsenal, because we're challenging now, that's all good. It's all about the experience.
Well, be careful with challenging, to be fair.
Mate, listen, we did under Poch. We were under Poch. At Pete Poch, we were challenging. We just couldn't hold it off.
You weren't ever.
We were challenging. We could not. When the push came to the shove.
Yeah, that's like saying United. That's like saying United were challenging last season, man.
No. If you look at the Leicester season and the Chelsea season, it went a lot closer. It was very close.
They did challenge.
We did. Don't get me wrong. That's
right, fair enough. I'll give you them two seasons.
2 times in 20 years or 20 whatever in the Premiership, or 30, sorry, that we've ever been close. And then when you look at the Arsenal game, that game. Let's forget. If I start talking about Levy, this will be fucking 15 hours. This stream. So we'll talk about the North London derby. Exactly again what Northside said. It was a penalty. When it got awarded, I thought, wait a minute, that's a bit soft. But when you see the replay, it's just not the push. The other guy's coming in with his elbow, and he's been clattered double. Rob Holding, if you look at it, he was just so fired up for that game, and he should have learned from the first one when he kicked Son in the back. Yes, Son was trying to wind him up, and that's all part and parcel. But I've
got one for you. Sorry to cut you. I saw Harry Kane elbow the fuck out of, was it Gabriel or someone like that? I swear it was Gabriel. He literally with his left elbow absolutely elbowed him, but nothing got called to VAR to say, oh, by the way, Harry Kane elbowed the fuck out of Gabriel like
Don't
it's
support
WWE.
that Arsenal agenda, bro.
No, because I watched it and he did do it. He did do it. Well, he had a look. He looked straight and then he built and then he done it like all in one motion pretty much.
If you look at the week before, when we played Liverpool, Fabinho should have walked for exactly the same thing.
Oh, and like Thiago yesterday with his
here
double
we
foot.
go.
Oh,
man.
Thiago,
Here we
whoever.
go.
Yeah, but even and that's and even
Listen,
I
you
could
got
be
your point at
biased,
Anfield.
I
That's
don't
more
think
than
you're right.
99% of the teams get. So just be happy and
I know,
take it.
mate,
And you know,
mate,
Bro,
trust me,
it was
being
yellow
a Spurs
card,
fan,
man.
let's not do this
we've won
thing
6
at all.
times in
Let's not do it.
74 years
Let's
at
not do it.
Anfield. Believe me, I'm taking a fucking point. I am taking a point.
Congratulations.
Brian.
That's what I'm saying.
Go on
Believe
the
it.
Brian.
Mate, listen, you got to remember as well, we're the only team in the league to beat Man City home and away and not lose to
Yes,
Liverpool.
I know.
Sam,
Sam,
send him your
Thank
trophy,
you,
bro.
thank you.
Send
I
him that
appreciate
trophy.
it.
I'll take
Send
it,
him
mate.
that trophy.
Mate,
Send him your trophy in the post.
We've already won a trophy. We won Groundsman of the Year. Woohoo!
Yes, and they won the Audi Cup. Respect that, please.
Oh, fuck the Audi Cup. But the North London Derby, listen, when it came to the North London Derby, you know
man,
what?
he's
It
riding
came
right
to,
now. Love that.
it came to the North London Derby, and you got to remember, that for me was the biggest North London Derby in history. Not just, and I'm not just saying that. As a Spurs fan, Northside, because we have literally.
I fucking love my owners. Thank
you. It was
you.
the first one at the new stadium. It was the first one at the new stadium. You did what you did in January, which I'm not going to get into. So Tottenham's Day was on the line. Thank God it didn't happen. Top 4 was on the line. All these things would have been Spursy to fuck up, and we came out and did. So it may not have been the biggest North London derby in yours, which was probably the Invincibles, but for us, this North London derby was fucking massive. Absolutely do or die. And thankfully, because of Antonio Conte, and it is because of Antonio Conte, we got the job done. Like we did today. The game was not... These are the normal games that we struggle with. And yes, the penalty, and everyone will go, oh, do you know what? It was a dodgy penalty. Listen, it's on out like that, for fuck's sake.
You lot won, and you deservedly won. My team was shambolic, absolute disgrace, and I want this manager to be sacked and fired. But don't fall into what Daps will tell you. Daps will tell you,
It's not happening.
At one point, Daps, you're telling fans, what have you won? What have you won? But then when I'm raising the standards, you're trying to justify to fans like me why we should accept mediocrity.
Northside, listen.
Northside, you're taking stuff out of context, though. That's the problem. Because you're literally just telling me everything bad Arteta's done. Arteta has gotten rid of the deadwood. He's gotten rid of all the old-ass players from the Wenger era. It's now a new era with new players. All the signings that you had to go at earlier on are your current best players. Odegaard, one of your best players. You get me? Like the players you signed, Tomiyasu, Ramsdale. These are your best players throughout the season so far. And in my opinion, having watched the North London derby as a neutral, I have no beef with Arsenal. I have no beef with the Spurs. I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't care. But having watched that game, Arteta, you cannot blame him for it. How can you blame him for Holding getting sent off? How can you blame him for what's his name? Cedric just elbowing Son in the back? There's certain times you cannot blame managers. Yesterday, there were Chelsea fans trying to blame Tuchel. I told them the same thing. You can't blame a manager for a penalty shootout loss. So it's not always manager. Holding and Cedric is the reason you didn't win that game. Simple.
Let me answer your question. First of all, First of all, you're not right, because El Nene is from the Wenger era, and he's looking better than Nakonga, We got rid of Kolasinac. He's better than Tavares. Tavares can't even get into the team, but rather even play Cedric that position when he's supposed to be on the right-hand side. Rob Holding is also from the Wenger era. He's looking like he's defending. Apart from the North London derby, he actually put Ben White on the bench, and he's playing better than him.'s from the Wenger era, So Nketiah as well is from the Wenger era.
I don't believe you believe that. I don't believe you.
You're so shameless.
I don't believe that you think Holding is better than Ben White. I don't believe it. Sorry, I don't believe that you
I get your Arteta out, and I respect you're an Arsenal fan, but like,
for me,
bro, who has been your best player?
Let me land. You're an Arsenal.
Okay, go on, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're telling me about he's done this and that. First of all, it wasn't rocket science to know that most of these players are deadwood. We all know that. Everyone that watches the Premier League knows what deadwood needs to get out the club. Second of all, I'm not going to back a manager that when he's given money, he's bringing in Tavares that's no good, and not even people are saying Tavares ain't no good. Lokonga, he doesn't even trust Lokonga, doesn't even get played. Ben White is shit the whole season. We went to Watford. He was for the mistakes of 3 goals. 3 goals, The only one that's been decent has been Ramsdale, and Tomiyasu, the jury's still out because he got injured, That's not good enough. The players that have been saving his ass were the players that Emery got in or brought through the academy, Saka, Martinelli. That's not players that this manager got in. He said Saliba's not good enough. Saliba's out there getting into team of the season in League One.
This whole trust in Saliba thing needs to stop, man. But the thing is,
listen,
I'm not saying.
Let me go because I have to go in 2 minutes. Because I have a stream. I have. Listen, Northside. Once again, I know I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I watch Arsenal a lot this season. You can crystal clear see there is a style of play that Arsenal Football Club play. These youngsters, Arteta has brought them through, given them the trust, given them the platform to succeed for the club. Number 3, the signings. The only bad player is Tavares. We can all agree he's a shit player. Tomiyasu has been one of your best players this season. Ramsdale has been one of your best players this season. Ben White, when he's next to Gabriel, it's like chalk and cheese compared to your other centre-back partnerships. Lokonga is about 15 years old. So, of course, he's not going to start every single game. He's still young. So, there is stuff that's developing there that I can see with my own eyes. The difference, the parallel you're drawing to Oli, in my opinion, doesn't quite hit. Because with Oli, there was no style of play. It was freestyle. It would just go get the next big thing. It was just a whole lot of shit. But when you look at what Arteta's doing, there's an actual style. And you're overachieving this season. Because if we were having this conversation in August, we would all sit here and say, guys, the top 4 is going to be Liverpool, Chelsea, City, and United. Everyone said the same exact top 4. So now the fact that Arsenal are even in contention, North side 8.
That don't make no sense,
bro. Let me just land this.
So of course, if it's going
North side, let me just land this because I'm leaving. Let me just land this. You cannot now move the goalpost 8 months later. In August, once again, people were saying Leicester have a better squad. Aston Villa have a better squad. They were bringing bare meaty teams. Crystal Palace have a better squad. We should have got Patrick Vieira. So now the fact that he's gotten you 4th place, he's bleeded in the youth, he's done all this incredible stuff. Of course, he has of course he has a shit side to him. No one's saying he's this perfect manager. All we're saying is, and I can speak for Daps when I'm saying this, all we're saying is he's not that shit and he's not that amazing. He's just a decent manager.
So I don't want him then. I don't want him. Would you take him at Liverpool?
If he gets 4th, he deserves to continue. He deserves it.
My standard for every manager is to be competing in the league. If you can't do that, I don't drop my standard to fit the agenda, bro. I'm not going. My standard is for every manager.
Listen, I'm gonna hop off because I have a stream. It was fun to see you guys. Northside, we'll do this again. Northside, we'll do this again. Big up to you, man. Big up to you guys. Peace out.
Bless you. Ish. So Northside, before we move on from the North London derby, because let me get it clear. I'm not telling you trust the process. I'm not telling you he's an amazing manager. I'm not telling you none of that. What I am saying is he's changed your board, whether he changed it or coincidentally it changed. Your board's approach to signing players has changed, right? For the good, right? It has. Whether you can try and argue with this if you want, just because you want to argue with everything. But all I'm saying is that has changed, whether it's down to the board or down to him. Now, what I want to know from you is, with the board you currently have, honestly, what manager, when you get rid of Arteta because you get your way, what manager is going to come in and take this current Arsenal team to challenge with City under Pep, Liverpool under Klopp, Chelsea under Tuchel, United potentially under Ten Hag, Tottenham under Conte. What manager do you want to come in and you honestly think your board can get that will do that? That's what I'm saying.
The manager
that's very good. The
manager I wanted to get was Conte, but it is what it is. Obviously,
which is a good point.
I wanted to get him. He won the league with both of those managers being.
That makes sense. I'd take that one. But now what?
Okay. If not, go for Simeone. You can offer Simeone a new contract.
Your board's not getting Simeone. Your board's not getting Simeone. He's challenging.
I disagree. I disagree.
I know that my ownership is dead, bro, because they're a reflection of why my club is washed. I understand that. But you're asking me as a fan.
Yeah, but that's what. But bro, no, I did say not what you want. I said what
Spurs, bro.
But bro, honestly, this goes back to the interview that I said. He'll go in there, yeah. He won La Liga last year, yeah. They go to quarters in Champions League, yeah. They've been to the final in Champions League in fairly recent years, yeah. If he goes in front of your board,
I'll answer that soon.
If he goes in front of your board, He will interview your board and he will say, what are your expectations? We know your board's expectations. They're not going to match up to what Simeone wants. He'll be like, fuck that. I'll go to Italy. I'll go to Italy and win a league.
No, but I still want that as a fan, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. And I get that. But what I said was that is achievable. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not getting it. That I get. And I commend you for not settling for mediocrity. But what it is it's also being realistic and facing the fact your board are the fuckers, not the manager. Your board are not setting right objectives.
Was Klopp world class when he went to Liverpool? Was Klopp world class when he went to Liverpool? No, they got him at the right time when he was ascending.
No, I agree.
Kind of like with Tuchel, but Tuchel kind of went to PSG. Yeah. What I'm saying is this: I compare Liverpool a lot to Arsenal because I see both ownerships are dead. They don't care. With what Klopp has done, I don't think he's been given enough money. Only up until recently have they spent as much money as Arsenal, and Arsenal have been failing. Yeah. So I look at it and say, cool. That is who we should look at and say, right, we should model ourselves after that, because we're not going to get rid of the owners because the fans don't want to do that. That's too hard. They don't want to do the hard work. Yeah. So why don't we get an upcoming manager? Now, Tuchel's gone to Chelsea. I don't know who it is. There's Ruben Amorim at Sporting Lisbon. He looks quite decent, very young. So we have to get somebody like that. Now, it may work, it may not work. Yeah. But that is something that we can do because Klopp has transformed Liverpool, not because of the owners, because of himself and his coaching team. Let's be real, bro.
No,
more than that.
But listen, whatever that board said in that interview, it made Klopp go. Whatever their board said to Klopp made Klopp go.
It's the same thing with Spurs and Tottenham. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. But your board will fuck it up in the interview process.
Bro, I know, bro, but I can't accept this crap, bro. I can't. Do you know what I mean? I get triggered because I feel like people are saying that about my club. That's right now, yeah. You're seeing the best times you ever seen at Man City. Yeah? If the standards dropped and you go through what I've been going through for 19 years.
I've been through it with boards.
Yeah?
I've been through
You're not going to say, guys, let's just
boards.
accept this. You're not, bro.
Well,
You're
my first memories as a City fan was protesting against Peter Swales, to get Peter Swales out and Franny Lee in. Didn't go well, to be fair, because Franny Lee got us relegated. But I get it. I do get it. And I understand that you don't want to settle for mediocrity. I just think the one thing Arteta has done is made your board change their buying. They are not buying people with the shit mentalities anymore.
How many youth projects have worked in the Premier League?
Bruv, you're asking the wrong man here.
The class of 92. That's it. The class of 92. So that makes it an anomaly. So why are we got a manager that has no pull in the game. He doesn't have a constant style of play. Yeah. He doesn't even have the best youngsters in the world. What are we going to do? Because we've got an inferior manager and we're inferior in every aspect. Look at Man United, yeah. It may not work, but at least they're trying to go the right way. Ragnick up top, Ten Hag. They're trying.
Their project's behind your project. Their project's further behind your project.
Currently,
my project's got Edu, bruv, and Arteta, bro. Come on, bro. And you're telling me, we're doing okay, bro. I'm gonna move. Okay. I want to challenge, bro.
We're gonna move on a couple.
If you want to challenge, you actually have a massive challenge at the moment. A massive challenge.
Uphill. We just got a couple of the comments. Let's just go through. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. It takes 2 seconds. Absolutely free of charge. Don't cost you a thing. Like, just do this now. It'll get us up to 50. Have we gone past 50 yet? I think we're on 48, something like this. But for your question, Buzzing, Cass, tell me what to do when City get that UCL. We know it's coming. I don't think I can deal with it. You know what? They're not winning it. I don't care. They're not winning it.
Okay.
No, they'll win it one day. But right now,
this is like
they're
when
not winning
go,
it.
yeah,
they're not winning it. And I don't think they're going to win it.
On what? Yeah, okay.
Until Yaya Toure lifts that curse, they're not winning it. Do you understand? It's as simple as that.
Yaya
I'm joking.
Well, at least us man going to be in
Toure is about to become a coach, or he has been all season at Tottenham, and he's about to sign a permanent contract to be a coach.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is, Cass, the funniest thing is, at least next season we're in it, and we're not just in it, we're going to be in the top pot. You're not even.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Why are you laughing? You're going to get Bayern Munich, get slapped, bro. Concentrating in the stars. Anyways, you actually don't tell a lie. You know what? You're not even going to be in the Champions League because Tottenham's taking it. How about that? You're coming down with us to Europa League.
Bro, why are you so triggered? I was actually laughing at that. Why are you so triggered, bro?
What are you laughing at me? Bro, I don't think you understand. I have my spells. I'm being respectful and everything, but yeah, I am triggered.
You're being sensitive right now, my guy.
Yeah.
I know how shit my
laughing at me. You know what? You know what's funny?
I should lower my standards, bro. So I know.
You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? Before we get on to a bit more about Tottenham's positives in the game and everything and how well Conte's actually done, For me, it's like that paranoid boy back in school, in secondary school. Yeah, people are laughing. He's paranoid, and every time someone laughs, you think it's about you. So all the season, people are laughing when it comes to jokes. Hey, wait, before you go, Daps. Every time someone laughs, I'm thinking it's about Man United, isn't it? It's got to be about Man United. But,
you know what? Just accept it, bro. When you accept what your club is, it kind of just whatever, innit?
But I'm not dropping my standards until it gets back to that standard but I have to also be realistic at the same time because I can't be deluded. But I can still hold my standards to where I would need to. Adam Ali says United project is way behind. I definitely agree. Obviously, Daps just said I'm shameless.
No, that's not me, bro. That's not me. You know I haven't got that. That's not me. You know what?
Who's that?
It's probably one of the same brothers that creates Instagram accounts about me, and it's probably one of the guys that I blocked today. I don't know, man.
Jack Napier or Napier. I don't know how to say your name.
Oh, it might be Jack as well. Hello, Jack. And if you're playing nicely, fine. If you're not, get out of the stream.
Yeah, the Liverpool fan team is good, but the fan base makes me hate them to the core. I totally agree on that one. And Adam also says thinks Arteta has been absolutely class. And also that Shameless is back with Edison's crap getting out of my club.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the ones I blocked today. 100%.
If Ten Hag fails at United, the pull on players and managers will fade. For I agree. I think this is. I definitely do agree. If the whole project with Ten Hag and the rest of it, what's going on? If it does ultimately fail, I feel like Man United will just be anything but history in the end. Maybe it might come back in the next how many years. The Glazers might have to die for it, like just to get some new owners or so forth, or some absolute clued up.
What do you hold your club to? Like, what do you, Man United, you're a bigger club than Arsenal. Let's just be real. Even though I hate to admit it, it's true. What do you hold your club to? Because you lot used to laugh at Arsenal, yeah? And I know that we've not won the league for double the amount of years. You lot 9, us 18, going on 19. What do you hold Man United? And what will you accept and what will you say, nah, I didn't grow up seeing this. This is not the club I fell in love with.
Until we're actually looking like we're competing, right? Like I'm talking competing for like where Liverpool and City are at right now. It will never be good enough. Until I see trophy, until I see semi-finals, finals constantly every year, just like them two right now, currently. Even Chelsea, like they come in, they get some signings, new manager, they get a bit of a bounce, they do win something. Chelsea win trophies at the end of the day. They do win. Until we get to that part, it will never ever be good enough. And that's the standard I hold for Man United. And hopefully one day, inshallah, that it gets there, because the stature of Man United as the size of a club should be there, and it shouldn't be as hard as it is to get there, considering the size and the money and everything and so forth and so forth. And you know what's funny? We might be this big, massive club, but as the comments say, it will get to the point where clubs will start growing and keep growing in revenue and fans and more fans. And the younger fans are not supporting United anymore.
They're not.
They're supporting City. They're supporting City. They're supporting Liverpool.
It's very long term that we don't always see.
It's long term, but that is it. And this is not me being a dickhead or being shameless or anything. Yeah, Ladimus, I can be realistic. I was being shameless. I can be shameless and realistic if I want. I can switch it up whenever I want. Allow it, bro. You get on my nerves. I can't lie, bro. But like, anyways,
hold tight, Ladimus, my brother.
Gets on my nerves, bro. Honestly, Chelsea.
But look at how you feel at your point, yeah. Arsenal got to the point where people don't even want to clown us no more, and people say that I'm too much. People don't even want to banter us no more, bro. It's gone beyond banter, bro. But yeah, I should be happy with the mediocre manager with mediocre scouts and mediocre results.
Big up, Steve. Brother. Yeah, but you know what? We've spoken a lot on Arsenal. I'm just gonna, Brian. You've been patiently waiting to talk.
Yeah.
You know what? We focus a lot on the negative, so let's just get onto a positive a little bit, like, because Arsenal are just a negative football club right now, according to Northside. I disagree. I think there's some positive. Agree to disagree with some points, but let's talk about first and foremost. Tottenham, the last few weeks have been immense, and that's as simple as that. Regardless of how rubbish Arsenal have been or what was on the day. Tottenham, it was just a Conte masterclass at the end of the day as well. He took it to the scruff of his neck, in my opinion, and just absolutely dealt with them. And to be fair, regardless of the red card, I feel like Tottenham was going to win that. They look good. They look comfortable from the get-go. Arsenal never set foot in that match, in my opinion. And also, it's bringing that perspective to me. What is Conte going to do with this team next season if he gets a few required signings in the summer?
Well, there's the big question. I mean, first of all, one thing I will say is that stadium, for the first time, and everyone was saying it in the Tottenham end, and even the commentators, Gary Neville and Martin Tyler, were saying that stadium, for the first time in ages, was absolutely rocking like it should be, which it was always going to be this game that literally...
sounded just as loud as a toilet bowl flushing.
if that's what you think, then you've got a very loud toilet bowl there, my friend. I mean, apparently they had the decibel meter out. It was, louder than a rock concert at the highest peak. Listen, the $64 million question is whether the parasite, as I call him, backs him. We've been through this time and time again. It's the big summer. It's the big summer. It's the big summer. And nothing ever happens. I mean, we were talking before about Diaz and what a thing he's been. People are forgetting just how good Kulusevski has been.
Kulusevski he's been immense.
Has been absolutely sensational. He is built for the Premier League. And this is what Paratici and Conte will bring in. If you look at the people we brought in, Brian Hill, who is another typical Daniel fucking Levy, one for the future, and then we send him out on loan. But then you look at people like Romero, who is absolutely an animal. You look at
he's been as a Rolls Royce defender, if
mate,
I'm correct, by quite a few.
He is absolutely incredible. He really is. I'm not just saying that to Spurs. I didn't even know a lot about him when we signed him, but my God, that guy is an animal. He is an absolute animal. And Kulusevski and Bentancur have been brilliant additions. But now it comes down to, I've heard it so many times. Yeah, the funds are available. Yeah, this is going to happen. Yeah, we're going to invest. The thing is with Levy, we have this model where we don't buy over a certain age because I think we're the only club in world football that think, right, we'll buy this player based on how much we can get for him if it doesn't work out. We always buy young. We won't go and buy players ready to come into the system, ready to make a difference now. And that's what Conte demands. And if Conte gets what he wants, then top four is a guarantee. A guarantee. I'm not saying we're finished.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll give you a shout. You know what? I wrote off Tottenham when Conte came in anyways, regardless, and I was proven wrong, and I'm happy to say that. And you know what? I can't really say like, oh, that can't happen. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it. And I agree. Conte is a serial winner. He's just got that mentality, and you can see it in the team. In my opinion, if you like agree, that's maybe even use Northside. There's a different mentality growing within the Tottenham squad that is typically Spursy. I don't see so much Spursy anymore. There might be the odd result where they get slapped by Brighton or something, but Brighton slapped us. He slapped you guys. Do you get what I mean? It's happening, bro. And you can see in the players. Harry Kane looks happy. Harry Kane looks happy when he wanted to leave. I don't think he's going to go anywhere regardless. I don't think anyone can afford him if I'm being... But he looks happy. He looks happy to be part of the team.
Jimmy Greaves' record. He wants Greaves' record. He's like, I think he's like 21 or 22 away. And we all know Harry Kane can do that in a season. He wants that record. And like you said, with Haaland going to City, there is no one else that's going to come and get him. There's no one else. He'll be...
You're right. I think he's
basically, if Conte's there on the first day of the season, Kane's there. And vice versa.
Yeah, you know
what? I've actually got to say on Son and Kane as well, because I'll be honest, Kane started the season badly. Son has been purple patch as hell this season. However, there's one thing at the moment with the play with the season things that came out this week. The one thing that I think everyone should talk about. So firstly, Cancelo being in there, in my opinion, as like, I'm not going to come on here and no, hold on. So let me finish. So when I for me, it's very easy for a City or Liverpool fan to say, right, there should be 3-4 City, 3-4 Liverpool players. Not going to do that, right? I get why there might just be 2 from each team, right? For me, Cancelo should not have been in there. The reason being, is that I get a season is what, 10 months, 9-10 months, right? But the business end of the season's fucking important. I don't give a shit what anyone says, The business end of the season, it's all great starting when you're fresh, in August, but the business end of the season is very, very important. Everyone, Yaya Toure, the season that we won the league under Pellegrini, when Yaya Toure, everyone calls it Yaya Toure's league, he came alive business end of the season, right? And that's why everyone calls it that. I get why De Bruyne's in there. Business end of the season, he came live. But let me be real on Cancelo. The last 2 seasons, when it's got to the business end of the season, his form has dropped, right? I get he's playing on the right. For me, he's now better on the left. But he's not City's top 2 players like this season. He isn't. He was until December. After that, he's gone quiet. I'm not saying he's having a stinker. But for me, Rodri has outshone Cancelo the whole season. Like, Rodri has been a pivotal person in our team. Bernardo Silva has been better, in my opinion, than Cancelo. Now, Bernardo Silva's had a few quiet games as well, but Cancelo for the last couple of weeks, he's been bad. He hasn't been good. Like, as a City fan, I'm gonna say it, and people will come at Pep. People will come at today, Edison, but look, since Walker's been out, City defensively have been worrying. Like, and that is the truth, whether you want to admit it or not. So, so based on that, where I was going is we have to talk on Kane and Son. It's got to the business end of the season, and they've started doing what they had to do. Son has fucking come alive. Kane and Son is back. They had their little
Kulusevski as well.
Maybe he's really the views on them.
It's not just Kane and Son. Yeah, it's not just Kane and Son. It's responsibility on other players who are taking responsibility on top of that.
What you've got to remember with Kane and Son, though, first of all, Son with his 21 goals now, not one of them being a penalty. It just got. I mean, you have normally the Golden Boot winners, your penalty taker or whatever. So they'll get 5, 6.
Bruno Fernandes.
They do things like that. But the disadvantage we have is these two players, because we've never been able to find backup for Kane or competition, because apparently no one wants to play with Kane, but Liverpool can have 5 centre forwards or 4 players. These two players, if they're fit, they play. It's as simple as that. There's no, like Man City and other teams can do, where there's a bit of rotation or game management. Like you can say, we'll take a Salah out, we'll put a Jota in, or a Luis Diaz in. These two, no matter what, if they're fit, they play. Yeah. And Son got a little injury a little while ago, but obviously he's come back. And the thing with Son, like, he has purple patches, but he's very streaky at points. Sometimes he can be like literally unstoppable, and then 2-3 games he'll just be non-existent. But this season, again, like you said, that at the end of the season, at the business end, this is where he's come alive again. And he was quite. I mean, he almost had a couple today, but he is just. It's a privilege to be able to have seen him live. Oh yeah, mate, exactly. I mean, well, don't get me started. Like I said, I've got, as I said to Kaz on the phone, I suffer with Levy Tourette's, and if you mention that guy's name, I start going batshit crazy. And yeah, this great businessman, this prick. Yeah, honestly, I cannot. Honestly, I absolutely despise this man with a passion. I wouldn't like to. I mean, I won't say what I do to him on your stream because you get taken down.
But I do think we have to. If as a Tottenham fan, you must be happy that so far Conte's signings, and that's what I think we have to look at. Is if he does stay, fuck knows what's going to happen with him, because I can't understand that manager's head. He's a genius the way he gets money when he leaves clubs, but I don't get that guy's head. But if he does stay, going by the people he brought in January, like, I expect some more shrewd signings in the summer that end up being good signings. So I think that should be positive. Are we going to move before? Because obviously we don't want to keep the show too long. What else are we talking about tonight, real quick, Cass?
What I want to talk about is with everyone is, what's it called? Sorry, just got a little hello, Cass, Daps, Brian, and North Side. I hope you're well, from Leeds, fan and sports journalist Russ. Top guy. Cheers for that one. I hope you're doing well, lad. I wanted to talk a little bit on you guys' opinion. Like, recently we talk about Man United's transfer strategy. I just want to talk a little bit on that. There's not really much to talk on United, but
I had
recently
a good chat on that last night.
I haven't spoken on a stream or to anyone much except to some people on Instagram. So big up anyone from Instagram that have come on here. I believe Buzz, who was here earlier, come from my Insta. So like, I'll chat to him a bit later. But yeah, Frankie De Jong. I was not expecting that. And at first I was thinking, wait, whoa, top journalist, not so top journalist. We don't know who's going to Romero. We get some things right, get some things wrong. But Ten Hag has come in, and as soon as he announces that he's technically at Man United with his last game and everything, the De Jong news just comes out. And also the president recently came out.
It's also right. So last night I was having a chat with a United season ticket holder, older guy. I was up at my sister's in Manchester, and we were speaking about City and United because I hadn't seen him for about 2 years. And look, firstly, I'm not here saying that Ten Hag's the saviour, United are back, right? Because the fact is, I'm not going to sit here and say Haaland's the saviour and he's going to score 50 goals next season. Never played in the Premier League. Same way Ten Hag's never managed in the Premier League. So, unlike you, Cass, I'm not going to do that, right? But the fact he's come in, and then the fact that And then the fact that there is an echo, man. I don't care. There's definitely an echo.
I can hear a bit of echo, but I think it's coming from someone's TV potentially.
Possibly.
Screen.
Everyone, turn your TVs down, right? And I'll talk quieter as well, right. I think that Ten Hag is the right signing. I think the fact that you've seen scouts get sacked and things like that means your board's view might be changing. But I think the key is what you want to see the signings now, because you're not going to get Champions League football, right?
Yeah.
So if any big players come to your club, I would worry, right? Why are they coming to your club? Their mentality must be wrong, right? Must be. Otherwise, why are they going there? Now, what you need to see from Ten Hag is you need to see the type of signings that Conte's made, the type of Frankie de Jong, for example. You need to see signings. I think Donny van der Beek hasn't had a great start in the Premier League, but he played a lot under Ten Hag at Ajax. The first thing you need is a player that knows what you expect on the pitch, right? So you need Donny van der Beek back. Right?
I agree.
But then you don't want to see no big boy signings. If I was a United fan and you man start going in, like for example, if you lot go in for Haaland, it would be worrying for me because your board's still got control of the shit. If they let Ten Hag go and get little gems that he think fit his system, and his direction, that's what you need to see. One that I really want us to sign, and we're not going to get him this season. I hope he signs a contract extension so that we can reach back and grab him, because I do not want your club getting him. I don't want Liverpool getting him. I don't want Chelsea getting him. Sorry, lads, Arsenal and Tottenham ain't getting him. Is Jude Bellingham, right? I do not want to see that name linked with Manchester United. I don't want to see it.
I don't want him because we'll just ruin his career.
Thank you. I do not want him going near your club because
we just ruin his career.
You could build a team around that player. I want him. I want him at City.
You know, one thing I have to say, Kaz, a little bit more. The thing I was delighted about, and I think it's official that he's not coming, is when I heard you were linked with Paul Mitchell. Mitchell.
We don't know about that yet.
And Paul Mitchell, this was weeks ago.
He's good as well.
Paul Mitchell was the one under Pochettino who literally was the head of our transfers. Then, obviously, the reason he left, guess why? Because Levy wouldn't listen. So he pissed off and went over to Leipzig. Then he went over to Monaco. There was huge rumours. Now, I wanted Ten Hag. As soon as Mourinho left, I was on my channel and every channel I could go on saying I want to. Ten Hag is a good manager, and I think he's going to do well at Man. If he's allowed to bring he won't be able to bring all his coaching staff. If he can have the same setup that he had at Ajax, and Man U fans realise that this is going to take 2-3 years to get rid of Deadwood, start rejuvenating the youth academy and everything, he will do good. But if you get Paul Mitchell, I'm petrified because this guy is sodding incredible. And I think I've seen he's turned it down. He's going to stay at Monaco. If it reignites and you get him, things will turn around a lot quicker.
Do you know what, Kaz? One last thing I'll say is it goes with what I was saying to Northside, and I do think there's some positive signs with the scouts going and whatever, but
it takes years though.
Our chairman, right? Fucking hell, Jesus, that was my phone. When I look at City, you can talk about signings, and I've got some jip today. I've said one of Pep's best signings is Ederson, and after the game he had today, I get the jip I got. However, I still believe that my team don't play with confidence without that guy at the back, right? Then you can talk about Pep and the importance of Pep. For me, one of the most important people at Manchester City Football Club is the chairman, Khaldoon, right? Because he gets it. He gets it that it's not just about having the right people. It's about having the right structure, the right people in the right roles, and the right people keeping their nose out of other people's business and doing what their job is, not what anyone else's job is, right? And that is the one thing that I think so hard that Ten Hag and Arteta at Arsenal and any manager that goes in anywhere, they have to hope. And I think Ten Hag got some shit in writing. I really do think in his contract there's going to be some stuff.
Yeah, of course. He wanted some certainties.
But he's having to try and manage things that are above his payroll, right? He's having to try and ultimately put people in roles that are higher than he is. If you look at the structure of the club, he's having to try and pick people, because otherwise you get one bad egg that's in a role that feels he's more powerful, can come in and block signings that you want. I heard Ralph wanted Luis Diaz and Alvarez, the guy that City have just got. I've heard Ralph asked for money for that and didn't get it.
And also the guy that signed for Juventus. Why can I not think of his name? His name's always around. He was linked with Arsenal. What's his name? Vavic? Something like the one that he signed for Juventus from Fiorentina. He was linked with Arsenal quite big.
Vlahovic.
Yeah, Vlahovic. Yeah.
Well, the striker.
Yeah, Ralph wanted him.
You need to. This is the hardest thing that any manager that goes to any club has to face. Is you have to somehow manage to influence above your pay grade and get rid of these execs, that ultimately can overrule everything you want to do as a manager. Like literally could just go, no, we're not getting him because we're going to get this guy because he sells more shirts. And ultimately, if you have that, you're fucked. And that's why we are so blessed at City that Calhoun gets it from the top down.
But Daps, as an outsider, it looks like you guys, along with Chelsea, I know they're going through a madness at the moment.
God damn, you're loud.
You lot hold those people in those roles to account. I think what's hard is when you can see a structure at a club, but no one's held to account. So Edu, at Arsenal, for example,
he's getting away with all sorts, man.
We still got players running down contracts. We're losing both our strikers. They promised us they wouldn't. The scouting, out of five players, 3 of them I shouldn't be saying are shocking. That is something bad with the scouting. To go into January, we went into January. They said, we have to move the strategy we had for the summer to January. So what are these scouts doing when we're all playing ball when the transfer window's closed? People need to be held accountable as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal, they're not held accountable.
And I do get But I do get the people that have said to me that our owners, not our owners, that our board should be held accountable because let's be honest. It's worked just about without a striker, but this season more than ever we've realised we need a striker. We got it wrong last summer. We put our faith that we could do our board like release clauses. They're very easy to do. You pay someone what they want, you get them, and that was the whole thing. People say we shouldn't have bought Grealish, should have put the money into Kane. That's not how our board worked. Our board had enough money for both. They thought, because our board say this is what we'll pay for Kane, this is what we have to pay for Grealish because of a release clause. Let's do the Grealish one because that's easy to do. Unfortunately, Levy wanted more. So because Levy wanted more, our board worked very hard because we used to be like United. We used to get held to ransom. Our board's changed that and said we won't be held to ransom no more. This is what we'll go to. People want more, we walk away. I think that's why this season in particular, look, the season's not over. Haaland's done. And if you look at the season before Centurions, the season ended a day later. Bernardo Silva arrived. A few others played. It's getting your transfers done very quickly, and I'm happy to say this season. But we've had bad seasons. We have had bad seasons. So, however much I love my board and I trust my board, our board has had bad seasons, but we learn from it and we move on, and that's the key. But honestly, I don't want to spend. We'll bore people to death talking about boards, but I am very happy that I think the most important thing at my club is the board get it and the board structure's right and the right people in the right roles. And I hope that doesn't happen to Newcastle. Hopefully they get the wrong people in the wrong roles. Otherwise, we all have to worry.
I'm gonna quickly. I just want to add something as well to any Manchester United fans that do come across this. Even if we do sign Frankie De Jong, even if without a central defensive midfielder to go along with this man, whether it's a Calvin Phillips, if he comes from Leeds, that's a big if, or Boubacar Kamara from Marseille on a free, or anybody like that. It's not going to work. It's going to be a Pogba 2.0 all over again. That's all I just want to say. Just don't get too gassed over the news. I'm personally gassed in my own head. I think it's very reliable and everything, but don't try not to
get more gassed in like August time. When
I don't think even August. I don't even think August. If we don't see a couple transfers done by mid-June, then that should tell you enough about the Glazers. About the Glazers,
manager,
about the Glazers and about the board and how serious they're taking this project with Ten Hag. That's all I want to say on Manchester United alone. There's not much to go towards it. But before we do wrap this up, I'm interested to know as I don't support Spurs and I don't support Arsenal, and I know what City's doing right now. I want to know transfer targets that, other than Jesus, the typical bait one, and Sterling potentially going to Arsenal as well. But first, before we go on to that, I just want to talk about Tottenham transfers because I haven't seen anything, because I don't see anything retweeted, because I hate Tottenham fans.
So listen, when it comes to it, we need left back, right back, left centre back,
You mean wing back? Do you mean wing back or actual?
We need wing backs. We need two. We need wing back on either side. I mean, Doherty and Emerson. Doherty was starting to have a bit of form before he got injured. Yeah. Emerson has started picking up form, but it's not when the creativity for Conte's style of play comes from your wing backs. You need better. Reguilon is a piece of shit, and I hope he goes back to Real Madrid ASAP. Sessegnon, if we can keep him fit, he's grown in confidence. It's just his fitness that always hampers him. He seems to understand that role better. We need a left centre. We need a left back. A left of the back three. Dyer needs upgrading. I haven't even just started. We need.
I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that, Dyer, because some people have started gassing Dyer. I still don't.
No, listen, Dyer has had a very good season in his standards. In his standards, you know, in the back three, ceiling, in a back three, he is a million times better than he is in a back two. He's a calamity waiting to happen in a back two. We need the one person I've said it for about 18 months that we need as number one in our transfer is James Ward-Prowse. I don't care what it is we have to do to get him. Since Ericsson, we cannot cross a ball. We cannot take a corner. We cannot take a free kick. Harry Kane hits the wall.
In a 3-4-3, you want your wing backs to do more of that.
Yeah, you would do, but what I want is competition for places. You know, if we had Ollie Skip,
I agree. Okay.
When you have a Bentancur, an Ollie Skip, a Højbjerg, and then you put a James Ward-Prowse, that's serious competition. And you know, if you're not playing well, we need to fight. We need competition for Kane. There is so much we need doing.
That's a good shout, especially as he gets older. I think that's a good shout.
Exactly. We need to sort this. But what the issue is and what we're trying to address with Spurs fans, I'm wondering, because again, we're going into this big summer. And trust me, I'm coming back in June for a month. So if we haven't signed anyone by the first 2 weeks, like you just said, Kaz, I will be outside the training ground.
I think well, I'm not being funny. Your big summer may well be in Ibiza.
Oh, mate, trust me, I know this. But all the people that go, oh, yeah, Levy, this year we're going to do it. 21 years of this bullshit and nothing happened. Conte needs players in before the start of the season. I mean, start of pre-season, not this, let's wait till last minute and play Russian roulette. Yeah. But what we need to do is, do I think the funds are there from what the stadium's bringing in and what he's saying? Yes, I do. I think there are funds there. But obviously, you've got to remember, Conte isn't one that goes and spends 100 million, whatever. He knows
Neves Levy as well.
No, but you know what I mean? He's not one of these managers that goes 65 and on Dembele. What a waste that was. Do I think the quantity of players is an issue? No, I don't. What I think the issue is Daniel Levy won't sign people above 25, 26, 27 because they have no resale value. Now, if the one that won't go away, the one that's not going away, the one we really want is De Vrij from Inter Milan. That's who we want, who's now 29, 30, but he'll come in. He's played with Inter, with Conte. He's won a league. He knows the system. He knows what Conte
player? What player, sorry?
De Vrij.
Oh, De Vrij, the one from Inter. Okay, the centre back.
So if he comes in, that's the kind of player, a player that's ready for now. Not for, he might be good in 2-3 years. Conte don't stay for 2-3 years. He may do. He may do. You never know. But all these.
You want a better centre back there? What's other centre back?
When we buy these ones for the future, like a Brian Hill, who comes in under Nuno. None of these players that we buy for the future ever happen to play for the manager that buys them because we fucking get rid of them. And then what we do is we bring in a defensive manager and attacking manager, a defensive manager and attacking. So you buy excess players that don't need that manager. You have to get them out to get them in. And it's got to stop.
Sounds like Man United with all the managers.
Mate, we're in a league of our own when it comes to fucked up transfers.
That sounds like clubs with no clear direction. Everton is a prime example.
We can build. We'll build a skyscraper. We'll build hotels.
Do you know what? Actually, Chelsea. Fuck it. I will say it. Chelsea as well.
We'll have a bar where pints come up from the longest bar. Let's have 2 pitches. Let's abseil down the fucking skywalk. It's all about that profit over glory.
So, good way to end that. What about North side?
Yeah, no, carry on. Arsenal.
I was just gonna let's wrap it up a little bit with.
Oh, you haven't even asked about my club today, to be fair.
You know what? I was gonna leave that till last. To be fair, I was gonna keep that till last because I don't think you want to talk too much in it.
No, bro. I really don't. It's like I said, it's 1 point more than you man usually get. So,
thank you. I'm not gonna buy into that one, but yeah, North side in terms of like realistic transfer targets for Arsenal. who would you like to see come in realistically for Arsenal? And without the Arteta shit and all that bollocks, who do you want to see come into this club to actually say, okay, you know what? This might revive my little bit of hope in Arteta potentially, but I still might be Arteta out. But regardless, if he does that, I might believe in our board that little bit more if we do sign a certain signing like Jesus potentially, or a Sterling maybe, or someone. I've seen a lot about Koulibaly. Is he linked with Arsenal recently?
Do you know what? There's two defenders I've been thinking about recently. Koulibaly, and who's the Don from Seville that we went in for?
Torres?
No, not him. We went in for him. Then last summer,
Diego Carlos.
No, then last summer Chelsea were heavily.
Oh, the one we went.
Kunde. What's going on with him? What's going on with him at the moment?
I don't want to say it like that as it goes. I retract it. It's Kunde.
Is he had bad seasons or something? Because he was looking like a sensational defender to me. Now I was thinking the other day, is he dropped off or is he still out there?
Fee last year?
60 million for a good defender.
Not anymore. He must be worth about 40. He must be about 40 now.
Has he had a bad season or something then? I don't know because I don't watch that football. But
I don't watch that league.
No. Sevilla has done extremely well this season. I would say they've done better than they usually do. In terms of Kunde and the rest of it, Diogo Carlos, not so much. Obviously,
Chelsea. Someone said that would make sense with the two defenders they're going. And Kunde's a good defender,
Free at the back as well. He would probably suit. He's fast, rapid,
and for a little guy,
5'10", he can jump. He can jump.
Look, I saw him when we were linked with him. I watched him against Bayern and was like, do you know what? This guy, admittedly Bayern won the game, but Kunde had the game of his life. And then the next day it came out, we're no longer interested in him. We got Diaz. And I was thinking, is Diaz another Mangala or something? And then Diaz has done what he's done. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was just thinking the other day that Kunde, what's happened to him? Because he was a good little player. So he might be one for Arsenal, maybe for United. Tottenham.
No, not for us.
The one we're looking at is Pau Torres.
Take him, please. Have him.
Okay. The other one.
I'm not saying that I'm all for it, but that's one of the ones that again rumours that won't be got.
You know what? I've got a perfect scenario. How about Arsenal Tottenham? Take Maguire.
Well, no.
I think you man take the armband off him and let him actually try and defend for
what's working in our favour to get him.
Fuck that, get rid of him.
What's working in our favour to get him is Villarreal really want to keep Giovanni Lo Celso. So there could be some kind of swap deal or cash, and so there's a very big possibility. Or I say very big, but that's where the rumours are going right now.
So what's the rumours for Arsenal though? That's what I want to get just quickly.
Well, we've got Darwin Núñez. That's definitely somebody I want to get. I think Darwin Núñez for Benfica. I think he scored something like 30 goals in 33 appearances.
Bro, you just want to do a Portuguese dance for it. Let's be real, bro.
Get my boy in.
Yeah,
man.
Fully.
You know what I'm saying? That would make me happy, bro. Because people say about risk and it's this league and it's that league. Bro, I've seen established players like Shevchenko come to this league and flop.
Listen, Baba, I'm sorry, but there's something to do. I had this conversation the other day. That Portuguese league, people from the Portuguese league seem to land generally quite well in this league. I've clocked it, we got linked with. I saw someone mention Núñez to City the other day. I was like, makes zero sense. We've got Alvarez, we've got Haaland on the way. We're not getting a third striker, Let me ask you a question because I want your opinion on this, right? And if there's any City fans in here, they'll probably comment with their opinion. I know my opinion. I've been saying for a long time. I honestly believe, and I think Sterling's going to run down his contract, right? I think he's going to go to you next summer because I think Sterling. Would you
don't want him?
Jesus?
No, you don't want him.
I can hear that.
Really?
I can hear that. That's not the question I had, though. I can see that. Would you take Jesus?
Nah, I don't want him. This is why.
You're mad, bro. I want Jesus. I am Jesus in. I will have a Jesus in t-shirt.
I'll tell you why.
I want Jesus to stay.
I don't look at him. I think he's an excellent player. I think he's a great player. But at the same time, I don't think he's an elite goal scorer. He's a very good all-round player, but he's not an elite goal scorer. Now,
Drew is out on that one, though. It's not fair to say it because he hasn't had
that's
a
just my
consistent
opinion.
run.
But he brings a lot more to his play than just goals, though.
I think in a system like City, where you get elite creators, you've got De Bruyne, you've got Mahrez, you've got all these players, and a system that creates and generates so much options and
But
goals.
he plays wide right. He's best wide right. He's not best with him.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that the
Like
system,
Sané's best
pops up his
right
numbers. I think if he came to Arsenal, where we've never replaced Santi Cazorla, we don't have a good deep line playmaker at Arsenal. None of ours get into the top 6. We have Odegaard that a lot of the times goes missing. He's very up and down, doesn't show up against. This is the service he's going to be looking to receive. We have youngsters as well that should be rotated the same way that you lot did with Foden, that have been worked to the bone, like Martinelli and Saka playing week in, week out. So at Arsenal, I don't see it fitting because I don't think he will. I think his stats will go down because obviously we're not at your level, but also this manager doesn't play a consistent style of football that will create the chances, bro.
So what kind of striker do you want?
Not have him.
What kind of striker do you want?
Darwin Núñez. I think Darwin Núñez. Actually, do you know who else I really want?
Because his link-up plays is horrible. He can't link-up play for shit.
I actually want Ivan Toney. I think he's underlooked in this league. He's at Brentford. He can drop in deep. He can play the false 9 because Arteta needs somebody that can potentially play the
He can disrespect your club. He can disrespect your club massively to get a bang.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. And people said, but that's with Brentford. I said, yeah, but he's at Brentford. It's like saying Grealish is dead because he was with Aston Villa, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Scoring 12 goals.
You said a bit of a false 9. Darwin Núñez cannot do a false 9 whatsoever.
Yeah, but you need 2 different types of strikers, isn't it?
You do.
That's very true. So Arsenal look at the top 2 strikers.
Arsenal need 2. I think the link is they want to. Yeah, I think they want to as well.
We need 2.
You know what? If you got Tony and Núñez, fair play.
If you got Tony and Jesus, fair play.
I'd be happy with that, bro. And you want to be real with you guys? I'll be 100% real with you guys. We need 2 strikers. We need a proper number 10. We need that Odegaard can work and learn under, not actually be the main man. We need we never replace Santi Cazorla. We need a right back that's as good as Tierney. And if Tierney keeps getting injured on the left, I'd get in Cucurella.
Do you know what else? There's another striker I want to mention.
Someone needs to reach back to Palace as well, by the way, and get their left back as well. Because
there's a player, and this is there's 2. Because obviously living out here in Canada now, I get to watch, and Canada are going to the World Cup. I'd take Jonathan David at Tottenham any day of the week. And also, there's going to be another Canadian who's currently, I think he's on loan at a Belgian club, but I so badly want him at the Premier League. He's electric, and his name's Buchanan. He has got speed to burn. He is absolute. Honestly, Canada.
I've heard that name too.
He plays for an MLS team, but he's on loan at Belgium. He's going to light up the World Cup. He really, really is, as well as Jonathan David. The Canadians are getting better.
So the Canadians are going to light up the World Cup, yeah?
Mate, mate, you know what? When
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
No, you know what? It sounds really far fetched, but if you look back in World Cups, did we think Cameroon were going to smash it in the 1990s? Did you think Turkey would get to the semi-finals or Korea?
Bad take.
What I'm saying is I think they're going to get out of the group stage. People are thinking Canada's going to come in as the whipping boys and they'll be the laughing stock. They won't be.
There's always one team that surprises everyone.
Yeah, and the funniest thing is there's always, and then the Premier League always go and sign like 15 of their players.
Yeah,
it's happened with Czech Republic, Croatia. It always happens.
Did Brian jinx it? Hashtag.
Yeah, no, you'll see. I mean, check everyone. I mean, I don't know what other people in the chat their fans are or fans from. Check out Buchanan from Canada.
I've heard that name 100%.
This guy,
I don't know where.
He is going to be. He will be a player. I would take him at Spurs in a heartbeat.
Tielemans as well is another one being linked. He doesn't want to sign the contract.
Yeah, Tielemans. Yeah.
And he walked into our midfield. But Daps, I wanted to ask you something real quick. Yeah?
His attitude will be wrong, bro. He's this type of signing you don't want. He's been pushing for. You see when players push for moves for too long, yeah? For me, that's like a red alert for me. It's like that's the type of brother that will jump ship. And I think that's the one thing I think Arsenal want to avoid.
But bro,
but let's be real. Let's talk about
depth. But talk about depth.
Because look at Harry Kane. We all pass Harry Kane saying, what is your ambition? You signed on a contract that long. You
wanted to go, though. He wanted to go.
With all due respect to Tottenham, listen, I know where my club is. But they should be pushing to be in an elite team, and they keep signing contracts.
But Kane was.
On one
Kane
hand,
was
you say,
pushing.
why are you not extending? And the other hand, Tielemans clearly wants to win something. Not saying he's going to do it at Arsenal.
I hear it, but I don't know. For me, there's certain things. There's certain things with some Leicester players, and I don't know why. I'm wrong on a lot of takes. Let me be very clear. Yeah, I will spit my opinion, and it will be wrong, right? And everyone can have their opinion. I mean, you can, Bo. You're wrong in life. So, but with
that's what it is, bro. In life.
Listen, Cass, you already know me. I am respectful, but if you bring violence, I'll take it to another level. So fuck it, it is what it is, bro.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, please smash a like, people. Anyway, I don't know. I just sometimes I'm a real like.
When is the right time to leave?
I'm a weird one. Like, I've spent ages talking about boards. I'll now spend ages. For me, mentality is massive. And sometimes I find when players are pushing for moves, I think that's not the type of player that would ever move to Man City. Look, if you look at City since the Spanish board has taken over, I'm talking about him again, right? Tell me a City player, because we had Balotelli, we had Tevez, we had Yaya. That they were bought before, right? Since the Spanish owners have been, tell me an elite Manchester City player that you are hearing rumored with another club and flirting with another club, and you probably won't find.
But you're winning, bro. That doesn't happen when your club is winning.
Bro, Leicester have been all right, and these men are not elite to that point. And the fact that Tielemans, I just think, right? Sorry, bro. Sorry, I'll be 100 because you are an Arteta out. Don't trust the project. Fuck the project. Blah, 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 blah. All that, yeah? And I respect that. Therefore, why the fuck does Tielemans want to go to Arsenal?
No, I said I would take him. I don't think he's going to come. What I'm saying to you is we as football fans say, oh, Harry Kane, what's your ambition? Son, what's your ambition? Not just to just stick it on Tottenham, but then when players are looking at it and saying, well, I'm coming down to the last contract. I'm 25, 26. I want to now go to a club, with all due respect to Leicester, to a next level that can potentially challenge.
But is that Arsenal? But that's not Arsenal right now.
I know it's not Arsenal, but I don't think it's wrong to label Tielemans and say, oh, you're a toxic player because you now want to leave Leicester. His contract is running out. If he signs another extension, then he can't leave. The club, they're not going to sell him. So he has to play his card now.
Point. That's a fair point, by the way. That is a fair point.
Why is Sterling and Jesus going? You know, for me, I'm very scared.
Right. So Sterling, right? Jesus is 24, yeah. And let me be clear on Jesus. Since Jesus has joined our club, apparently our board went and checked school records and all sorts, right, to know his mentality was right. And if you look at it as a regular for Brazil, right, for a 24-year-old that has never really been a regular, he's been very, very well behaved. You never hear him saying he wants to move or any of that. So I think his mentality is definitely right. I just think that with Jesus 24, and it's like the time where if I'm never with Haaland coming, with Alvarez coming, I can see why Jesus might think, do you know what? Yeah, now's time for me to go and cement my place in Brazil's squad for the World Cup and go somewhere where I'm a regular starter. Like you said, apparently he likes your project. Yeah, he knows Arteta. You have to remember, City's players know Arteta, and Arteta was the guy that had the relationship with them. So with him at his age, I think he could be going for the right reasons. Sterling, I respect Sterling. I respect everything he's done for our club. Without Sterling, we might not have won as many Premier Leagues. Yeah, his numbers don't lie. His work rate's sensational. He listens to managers, and he's changed. Pep's changed him. He finds space, and that allows someone that's not naturally a great footballer to score goals, right? However, no one can tell me who Sterling supports, right? Sterling is, rightly so, a red-blooded male that earns a living to support his family. Yeah, that's it, right? So I already think Sterling is thinking, with the people coming in at City now, with Foden, with Grealish, his days are numbered. He's 27, 28 maybe now. What club? I'll stay at City and keep earning what I'm earning, but I think I could earn more. And I think with Aubameyang going, the fact that I'm a North London boy, the fact that we all know he is a leader, he gets on with Arteta, he will do mad shirt numbers for Arsenal Football Club. He will do mad numbers. Yeah, all the little youngers will buy Sterling. I think Sterling will go, but
Which would be better for Arsenal Football Club?
Jesus, 100%. $1,000,000% Jesus. I'd take Jesus 4 times. Jesus, and let me be clear.
For your club.
He works harder. There's a reason why whenever we play Liverpool Football Club, where we have to work hard for 60 minutes, leading the press from the front, who does he pick? Jesus, right? Pep always starts Jesus because he trusts him. It's a bit like, who was the guy for United back in the day?
Who worked hard?
Park
Ji-sung.
Right, big games. He got started. Same with Jesus. You can trust that he will.
So why are you so happy to let him go if he's so great?
I'm not happy to let him go. Let Sterling go and keep. I honestly, this is mad with the numbers Mahrez has got. Do you know what happened today? Right, in about the 89th, 90th minute, Dawson, is it Dawson? Dawson broke free, yeah. And Dawson, every time Dawson broke free for West Ham, it was worrying. Dawson broke free. Now, I'm telling you, if he broke free on the left, yeah, he'd be allowed to run. Jesus went flying back on the right and brought him down, right? Brought him down, took a yellow, right? That's what you get out of Jesus. And as a football fan, when John Stones said, I don't want to leave, I want to stay and fight for my place, when we bought Ake and Diaz, that's what I like. When I see a player that is willing in the 90th minute as a forward to run back and take a player out, that's what you want as a football fan. And that's what Jesus brings you. And also, I feel when he first arrived and was starting every game, he scored 9 in 11. Since then, admittedly, he hasn't been a regular. So people will say he's not as clinical. You know what? Actually, if you gave him 30, 40 games a season, who knows? Who knows? But he's 24. That's the other thing. He's only 24, man.
That's the maddest thing. He's young. I think Spurs were also interested in him at some point as well, if I'm correct.
We've been interested in everyone. Everyone, mate. Mate, I'm telling you, when I talk about one for the future, Daniel Levy's on the verge of going to sperm banks and literally sponsoring them so we can have one for the future. That's how fucked up this man is.
People don't hang around sperm banks. It's weird.
No, this is the one for the future. Mate, we're linked with every fucker. Every fucker. We're linked with Diaz. And what do? We're Liverpool's bitch to come and get the price down.
Yeah.
The Liverpool just go, thanks for that, Tottenham Hotspur. That's what we do. We're linked with everyone, mate. Everyone.
Everyone.
Agent
we're gonna big up you lot. Obviously, it's about an hour 45. I think it's long overdue as well. It's been a great show.
Well,
but before we do go
on City, because I know you want. So today, of course, I wanted a win. A win would have meant I could go there last day of the season, kind of thinking, lose, goal difference, fine, draw, we win the league, win, we win the league. I've had to pay over the odds because I didn't want to go there thinking Gerrard might win them man the league and see his smug face. So I've had to pay way over the odds for my ticket. Mahrez, man. It took me years to get over Mahrez's miss against Liverpool at Anfield. His penalty in like the 85th minute where he missed. It's taken me years to forgive the brother for that, yeah? Years. Today, again, Mahrez, man. Oh, and it comes down to the last game of the season. Look, I honestly believe that Liverpool can go to Southampton and score a couple of goals. I hope to God they don't. I hope Van Dijk's injured. I hope Salah's injured. Whatever it takes, yeah? Southampton, by any means, win that game, yeah? Because I want to go to the Etihad waved, drunk, not giving a shit about what's going on the pitch. Now I'm going there nervous. But it's the same as I've said for 6, 7, 8 games. We have to win. We just have to win. It's that much. It's to take a point, maybe before the game I wouldn't have been happy, but when we were 2-0 down, we have to take it in it. To get 2 points, it is what it is. Our defence looks absolutely fucked. We're playing a 37-year-old Fernandinho at the back. Laporte is probably on injections or something. But look, if we have to win the league, we have to win against Aston Villa and Steven fucking Gerrard. And that is how it is.
And that might be even better.
Right, let me be clear. We're still top of the league by 4 points right now. You look at the league right now, 37 games played.
I can't see Villa turning over City.
Fight to the end.
Sorry. Yeah, I would love to see that smug look on Gerrard's face.
I think everyone does. A lot of people pushed for they wanted to see a close title race, but now it's got this close. Everyone, I think, apart from Liverpool fans, are like, City, just deal with them, please. Just get it done, man. Because we don't want the next 80 years to be told about a quadruple. And let's be real, we will be. So,
yeah,
but congratulations to Liverpool. They're doing a sensational job with making us even better. So,
we're going to wrap up there anyways. Obviously, thanks for coming on, Brian, first time and everything. Just if you want to share to everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, I've got my own YouTube channel at the moment, or not mine. I've got it with 3 other people. We're on the push for 4,500 subscribers. It's that name just there, Tottenham, not just there, just there, exactly. Tottenham on tour. I'm a regular and do a lot of work with We Are Tottenham TV, so you can find me there. But my main channel is obviously this one that you can see below, Tottenham on tour. And thanks for having me on, guys. I loved it.
No, thanks for coming. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming as well.
My pleasure.
Obviously, the biggest, actually, this is probably the second biggest Arteta out guy. The second, because first has to be yours truly, Lee Gunner. But,
I don't know, I don't know. Northside, I mean, listen. Northside.
I feel like Northside can be swayed, man, a little bit. I don't think Lee will ever change his mind, ever. I feel like Northside's got.
No, I've tried. He's got a whole show
balance.
trying to convince his brother. He's not changing.
Nah, man. I feel like we'll see next season, anyways. Long story short.
Hold on. If Arteta brought in 4 Portuguese players, might you consider changing?
No, because he brought in Tavares and he's shit. I don't care where they're from, bro.
I give up. I give up.
North, tell everyone where they can find you, boy.
Northside LDN. You know what was so sad that you lot said that we're the biggest. It's sad. It's sad that we're looked at as the problem. But listen, you lot over there at Man United, trust me, you're going to learn about this. You're going to learn about this. But yeah, you can find me at
learn. We're already in process.
Holding your club back to the old standards is apparently being negative these days. But
no, it's not, man.
It is what it is. Yeah, Northside LDN on YouTube, all one word. The same on Instagram. Northside LDN. Look at this guy. Northside LDN. And yeah, man, if you want to hear some real Arsenal chat, I also do the show. Almost every day. My co-host is actually Arteta in, so we're constantly going back and forth. Everyone's invited on the channel, because the beautiful thing about YouTube is you should be able to invite people of all types of opinions. Those 100. Make the best shows. So man, Northside LDN.
Yeah, of course. And obviously Daps, you can always find Daps, I'm sure, at MCFC Daps or at Never a Foul. I don't know what he's doing. Is he even here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my god.
I'm just you know what? The last thing I wanted to do is salute Pep firstly for the way he embraced Noble, because that was pretty cool. And what he said, like, look, I've got to find something to celebrate today. Today I'm celebrating how respectful my manager was to Mark Noble, and that's all we're celebrating this week. However, next Sunday I might be celebrating a lot more. What I'll be celebrating is deep down the trophy that every single Liverpool fan want more than every trophy they've won.
Very true. And if you guys want to find me, you'll find me at MUFC Kas or Never a Foul, or in a couple of weeks on Trafford Tunnel, which I will be doing every Friday. But if anyone is on Instagram, it's MUFC.Kas, but don't worry about that stuff. Just find me here on every Sunday at 8 p.m. But yeah, thanks for anyone that's tuned in. Make sure you smash that like before you go. It's appreciated. I appreciate you guys. And a lot of the comments today, big up you lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Today was quite fun. I can't lie. And now I'm starving. It's 10 o'clock and I've got to get ready for bed for work. So there we go.
And sorry, last thing as well. Actually, I don't even know what time the show is, but if you want a lot more violence, I don't know what the violence is even going to be tonight, but head over to Egal TV, Egg TV. Oh, right now. Head over to Egal TV right now and I'll be on there.
EGTV.
EGTV right now.
EGTV,
for,
all right.
The Premier League roundup.
All right, take care, guys. Appreciate it.